Hello everybody, I am Debasis from DMaaS team. I am going to go through the data center management as a service solution that we are developed. So the project motivation is coming the bringing the unified approach to handle different kind of hypervisor and provide a more secure and recommendation based system which the user can be more benefited. So we'll see how we are going to use this as a part of demo. The system design also includes a unified approach for a multi-tenant system, and we have a service model which is a cloud based on the cloud infrastructure. We provide security, authentication, and authorization for the multi-tenant users, and we provide the collation of the different hypervisor and provide a unified approach to create the virtual system, and we also provide a recommendation based on the cloud services. So the system comprises of different components, and each different components is developed using different development tool. So we are using of VMware OpenStack, where we are using Raspberry Pi for the IoT sensor development. We are using Java, C++, and Python as the mainline coding for the interaction with the hypervisor. The web service developed in Ruby on Rails with a backend with MySQL. The application interface is developed using HTML, JSS, and CS, Bootstrap, and Highcharts. The authorization is done by OpenLDAP. The IoT data is handled by Elasticsearch, and visualization is created using Kibana. And the RabbitMQ is used for the message broker for the entire system, so that can be distributed and communicated in a most efficient manner. So let me go to the jump to the demo directly and see how are the functionality available with the DMaaS. Let me start with the login which has an admin user already, so we can find out what are the difference between admin and non-admin user. So for the admin user, we have a add data center which have a create virtual machine, we have add role to the user, and in the details we have a delete virtual machines. So for the non-admin user, these are not available by default. So let's go back and create a non-admin user. So we have create a new sign up. So let's create a demo at sjsu.edu. Password is so now it's successfully created. Now we can see the demo is created as a non-admin user. So if you go here, we can see that there is no art data center, no create a virtual machine. In the details, there is no way to delete the virtual machine here, and we also don't have the add user list, add to the user. So what we can do, we go back and log in as an admin user and give this demo as the admin. So coming back to the add role to the user, so here we can see demo user, we are making it admin, and for a particular time. So the user is now become demo user, and we can see also each user which the encrypted password is all encrypted. We can see it here. So go back to log out as from my login and login as demo again. So now the demo user is become an admin user. Now you can see that it add data center and create VM is available for the user. So in the home page we can see we have the suggestion, direct link for suggestion, go to the data center, VMs and logs. In the left side panel we have the most popular configuration and suggested configuration. These are the inputs coming from the recommendation engine. We have a default configuration, create data center, create VM. In the recent activities we can see when any user logged in or any activity happens in the system, it logged here, and the more details will be available in the complete list. So here in the list we can see that okay, I have logged in again in the DMaaS system. Previous to that I used the user changed from the non-admin to admin user, and here we have the showing the steps how to use the DMaaS system. So in the down we can see the location registered for the data center. So coming back to system tree, we can see that now the system tree comprises of the user and the different data centers and the different virtual machine created under them. So I'll be demoing with the AUSDC lab data center. So we can see that this is the format where you can go and add new data center. We can see that there are different types of virtualization system we are supporting, including the traditional system. Going to the details page of the data center, it lists down all the data centers available and their type of hypervisor we are using on that. So it has control. We can delete the data center from here, or we can add new data center. On the right side chart, we can show the statistical analysis of how the hypervisors are used in the data centers. Like how many people are using a traditional data center, how many people are using a OpenStack based data center, and how many people are using for virtualization based on VMware. So if you clicked on this VMware pie, let's say, it shows what are the different data centers are you having the VMware hypervisors, and this gives the aggregate value on that. So let me go to the usage of the data center. So usage data center is all about giving the how the data center is utilized in terms of CPU, memory, network, and host disk. So this provides all the different register data center on this, and we can retrieve the data. This also give the data center details on the right side panel. So if you change the data center and read the statistics, it comes with the new loaded with the new statistics and the new data of the data centers, and it also provide a recommendation based on this and alert for the different data centers. And this is a unified view of all the data centers and the resource utilizations. So this provides the CPU, network, disk, and memory utilization for individual data centers. On the top of that, we can see how the data center are used based on that. So it's provide a complete view of each individual data center, and data center based how there is comparison based data, and we have data center details, recommendation, alerts. It provides a complete view of the data center for the user. So coming to the virtualization page, so we have a page to create the virtualization page. We have a details which gives what are the available virtual machines, and for each level of data center how they used, and the usage statistics. So we can show, let's say in this data center we have now multiple VMs available. So we are going to create now new VMs. So VM number 4 we are going to create. Let's say we don't have a VM number 4 here. So now let's go ahead and see the how to create a VM. So before that, we'll just check how the system tree. So we are going to create under the AUSDC lab. So we are right now we have 3 VMs. So this is mapped to here V1, 0, 1, and 5, and we are available here. So go and let's create the VM. Say DMaaS 03 under AUS CPU 1. Primary storage, let's say 512 MB, 1 NIC, and DMaaS, okay, 512 MB storage. So I'm giving some value because it's either optional value. I need to give a license, let's say test, and let me get to my, so let me go ahead and create the VM DMaaS VM03. So we do not have a DMaaS VM03 here. So create the VM, message is sent. We can see here the DMaaS is still coming here as a creation. So now we can see DMaaS VM03 is created. So let's go back and refresh our page to see what is the status now. So now we can see the DMaaS is already not yet started. So it's on the off situation. So let me start the system and come back and check again. Now it's not yet, it started now. So let me come back and check the data. So here you can see that VMaaS 3 is green now, so it's now running. So let's go back to the system tree. Here now we can see the DMaaS 3 is added here. So now you successfully added the DMaaS. So now going back to the virtual machine system creation, statistics, let's retrieve the data. Now we can see that DMaaS 3 has come here, and with the data available data is started pouring here. So this is how the VMaaS is DMaaS is capturing all the data from the data center which are using different hypervisor. So coming back to the legacy data center, so we have similarly handling the memory and all the details like disk server usage and the network usage and the memory and the IO. So coming back to the recommendation tag, so let's go here and come back to recommendation with suggested VM. So now user has already used and rate here that already we saw in this page, where user can rate, let's say like it is 1 and that user is more satisfied with this kind of configuration, we can change the rate to 5. Now the change 5 is got changed, and here also you can see that it shows that you have rate the VM successfully. So coming to the recommendation page, so we have like suggested VM. Based on the recommendation we can create multiple CPU. Let's say we have one CPU, one memory, and with a moderate of network. Let's see how the recommendation let's take the network as a low and recommendation. Okay, so the recommendation for the low has already given the 4 options, and we can also see what are the other machines which are not recommended for that usage but available to create. These are the 2 other machines available here, and we can choose here and click again another virtual machine based on this. Coming back to the virtual recommendation, so we can also have this VM configuration based on the popularity. This is how, based on the rating that you given on the create details page, based using that details of the rated value, the recommendation is an engine process the data and provide the set of configuration that user can choose from them. And so coming back to the temperature analytics, so the temperature analytics already getting provided here. So let me go back and come back to again here. So so as we said, the temperature analysis was not coming because the Kibana was down. So I restarted the Kibana, and now we can see the analytics is coming up. So we are capturing the temperature data inside the data center, outside data center, and we are calculating the negative coefficient of efficiency. So we are using mostly NewPick tool to process the data and do the machine learning on this. So now we are will go and see the system logs. System logs capture the data center, the VM details, and what kind of data it has processed. So again, coming back to the home, we can see the system tree, and now at the end we have a DMaaS team detail. So we are very thankful to the Professor Yangi Park for her contribution. So my team compromises of myself, Debasis, Juthika, Shivani, and Tanushree. So this data center management system is a multi-tenant unified approach for different kind of all variety of virtualized hypervisors. It provides security, it provides authorization, authentication, it provides the recommendation based usage, how to use and how to load balance the data center. So we hope that this idea will help the enterprise to achieve more better goal in the usage of the data center. Thank you very much.